back to injury this year. I've still been very impressed on how well they were playing, and they really hadn't missed a beat without him. They live and die on how the quarterback, Anthony Brown, does. So he's a big factor.
Oregon's the best team in the Pac-12.
They are, yeah, bar none.
It's not even close.
No, bar none. Yeah,
and the Pac-12's not good.
No, like the ACC.
Right.
They're both.
Georgia Tech at Miami, back to the almost competitive conference.
Yeah. But this is my Florida contingent.
Miami -10, the over-under 64. Let me just preface this by saying this is the almost competitive conference.
Yeah.
But this game ain't going to be competitive.
No, this will
Miami's going to beat Georgia Tech.
Can't believe it's only 10.
They're going to beat Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Canes are looking sharp, 3-0 last 3 weeks against
Trending
the spread.
up. Trending
yes,
up.
they are. Conversely, Georgia Tech, 4 games in a row, they have not covered.
And they won't this game either.
I feel like strongly those trends are going to continue this week.
Miami -10, so you're taking the point.
You're
taking Miami -10.
I will lay those. Yeah,
right.
lay those 10. The quarterback Van Dyke from Miami been looking nice, especially on those deep routes. Dude, he threw for 325 and 428 against NC State and Pitt, respectively.
Yeah,
So
and I was surprised with the win at Pitt.
Yeah,
with the win against Pitt.
Yeah,
I thought Pitt was a better football team, and I was very surprised in how well Miami played and won that football game.
And they're running the ball. That
Yeah.
Knighton, Jaden Knighton or whatever, Jalen Knighton, that dude, Jaden Knighton, that's it. But he number 4.
Yeah, I don't even
watch out for him.
I don't even think this is a concern. I think Miami covers easy.
Yeah, that'd be my number 1 pick.
Go to the Big
Back
12.
to the big, yeah.
Baylor at Texas Christian. Texas Christian, we found out this week Gary Patterson's done. Gone.
Fired the coach. So they got that
Gone.
going for him. He's only been there for 20 years.
Yeah, all he did was brought TCU back to prominence. That's
Pretty
all
much.
he did.
That's it.
That's
That's
all he
it. But he ain't doing it this year.
Because TCU was a big school in the 60s and 70s
Okay.
when it was in the Southwest Conference, when it was all the Texas schools.
Yep.
Big. Then they fell on some hard time. Then Gary Patterson came back in and revived the program.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. What he came.
The Horned Frogs they've won a lot under Gary Patterson.
Yeah, but they haven't won a lot this year though.
But he's out.
4-4. He's gone. So
Baylor a six and a hook favorite.
Yep.
You don't like that hook, do you?
I'll still take it.
You're taking the 6 and a
hook. If it
hook?
was 7 and a hook, that's where you don't really like those too much. But 6, dude, Baylor is a good team, man. They've got some impressive wins this year. The teams they've knocked off. Last week they beat Texas, BYU before that, who was ranked, still ranked number 19, as well as West Virginia and Iowa State. And I don't think those are exactly pushovers.
No,
so,
Iowa State was ranked in the top 10 earlier
this
year.
That's right. No, I think they lost barely to Iowa, but still, The
over/under is 58. You don't like that?
Nah, not really, because I don't know what TCU is going to look like
with the coaching change and everything.
Yeah, although Baylor could get 58 by themselves.
That's what I'm saying. The Bears could throw up 58 by themselves.
Yes, sir.
So you're taking Baylor -6.5.
Yeah, even though it's a road game, still love Baylor by more than a touchdown easily on that one.
Now we flip over to the pro game.
Yeah.
The New England Patriots going into the Carolina Panthers, traveling to Charlotte.
Yeah.
The line has New England as a 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
And the over/under is 41.
Yeah, 3 in the hook. 41, I don't like that. Either way, I'd probably say over if I had to lean. But on this one, man, I'm going to go ahead and hand it to Bill Belichick and what he's doing with that team. I mean,
Matt Jones looks great, doesn't he?
He does. He's lighting it up. He's the best rookie right now.
Yeah, looks great, and
but it's a good system.
It looks like Belichick's going to say, "Yeah, Tom Brady, he was a
Tom
great
who?
quarterback. Now Matt Jones going to be a great quarterback because my
quarterback.
system is the reason that makes makes greatness,
They're
not individuals."
They're running the ball well. They're playing good defense. I was kind of wondering if the team was for real. Honestly, they had 3 wins before. 2 of them were against the Jets and 1 against the Houston Texans. So, but then they go out, fly all the way out to L.A. and manhandle the Chargers. That's a damn good team.
Beat the Chargers.
Yeah. Yeah, so they completely handled them.
They gave Tom Brady and the Bucks all they wanted.
All they wanted. And the
Patriots,
Cowboys as well.
Yeah, and the Cowboys. Yeah. All they wanted. This is not a Patriots. Everybody says this isn't the same Patriots team. They've had a great win against against L.A. Chargers.
Yeah, L.A. Chargers, yep.
They have beat the people they were supposed to beat soundly.
They have.
But they played the games that they weren't supposed to win, and they didn't win them.
Yeah.
but nobody even gave them a shot in the games, and they went down to the end of the fourth quarter.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, they're playing good ball. There's nothing. Panthers, let's face it, man, they're not playing good lately.
No, and their quarterback
McCaffrey gone,
and their quarterback situation is atrocious.
It is.
And then Darnold gets hurt.
Who knows if he's
and
playing
he's horrendous.
But
he got hurt.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't care who they put back there. Pats win this one easily.
Minus
Easy
3.5.
cover.
You're taking the points. You're laying the points minus 3.5.
Not even worried about that.
The Chicago Bears, my wife's favorite team. She's from
okay.
Chicago.
Okay. I couldn't tell by the accent.
Against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh playing a lot better as of late.
Yeah, they are.
They're a 6.5-point favorite at home with the over/under of 40.
Yeah, this is the Monday Night Football game, by the way, if you need it. Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the under.
Taking the under
40 in these. Yeah, that's so no line spread on this one. Something about a night game, chilly Pittsburgh. These two teams with these two offenses just screaming.
Hold on a minute, please. Hold on. Let me get the phone here. Hey, Ben Roethlisberger. Kevin Stone just called you out. Go ahead and throw 5 touchdowns, 35 points. Let the Bears score 1. Yeah, okay. The over? Good. Thanks, Ben.
I'll say low scoring, man.
Ben Roethlisberger said he's throwing 5 TDs.
Okay. Well, we'll find out.
Big Ben's going to be like it was 10 years ago.
I hope 4 of them are just Deontay Johnson because he's
on
my
your
fantasy.
Yes. So you got Pittsburgh minus 6.5, the over/under of 40. You're going with the under here.
Under, man. Another factor in this one, Tom, is their backup QB for the Steelers. Chris Boswell, the kicker. You know,
right.
he absolutely got laid out. He might still be
out. He may be concussed by training camp next year.
Dude got crushed. So I wonder. You got to wonder if that kicking game is a factor. Now they have to start going 4th downs and then just go for 2s. Every time.
If you listen to that high school coach in Iowa,
that's all
going for it on 4th down, wins state championship.
That's right. What is it?
He wins state championship. So let's recap.
Yeah.
You got Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh at Duke. You're laying the 21 points and taking Pitt.
Yep, Pitt minus 21.
Oregon at Washington. Oregon laying 7. You're taking Oregon and giving 7 points.
Oregon minus 7, yep.
Georgia Tech at Miami. The line is Miami minus 10. You are laying the 10 points and taking Miami.
Miami minus 10, yeah.
Baylor at TCU. The line is Baylor minus 6.5. You're taking the minus 6.5.
Yeah, gonna lay that 6.5.
Patriots,
6.5.
Patriots at the Panthers. New England's a 3.5-point favorite. You're laying those 3.5.
Laying those, man. I'm all favorites this
and
week.
Then the Bears and Steelers. You're going the over/under is 40. You're going with the under.
Going under 40, and I do have, if you wanna, that's a little bonus underdog pick of the play of the week.
Go ahead.
All right, Mississippi State.
The Bulldogs
getting 5 points, traveling into Arkansas.
Mississippi State wins that football game.
They do. They're going to win that game
Mississippi
outright.
State wins the football game.
Have you seen Arkansas guard a pass this year?
No.
And that's
and
what,
Mike Leach is going to throw the ball all over the yard.
That's all they do.
Leach doesn't do the one thing Mike Leach is going to do, the ball's getting tossed around.
I think they average 56 yards a game rushing, and the quarterback probably gets 10 or
right.
10
Mike Leach is going to throw the ball all over the yard.
Yes, he will. That's all he'll do.
That's all they'll do.
Hey, live and die by it.
Yeah,
Will Rogers.
Mississippi State will win the football.
Will Rogers. Any relation to the?
I don't know. But he's going to win the football. Mississippi State wins that football game.
That's my. I'm not going to put it in this 6-pack of picks, but we'll remember that one.
So
remember that one.
The committee come out.
Oh yeah.
The committee has the University of Georgia. ranked
won.
number 1.
Oh,
no problem there whatsoever.
No brainer.
I think they should be ranked number 1. The next team should be
1A.
ranked 5th.
Exactly.
I don't even think there should be 3 other teams ranked in the top 4.
Head
I think
shoulders.
you should just put Georgia perpendicular with to take 1 through 4.
Exactly.
Georgia's playing Georgia, who then plays the winner of Georgia versus Georgia. That's what I think they should do. But
we'll bring the practice squad on.
Right. So Georgia's number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah. Alabama.
That's a problem for me. And I'll tell you why in a minute.
Okay.
Number 3 is Oregon.
Right.
And number 4?
That's Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
With some good
I'm
wins.
sorry. I understand Alabama and Oregon are good football teams. But if you're in a Power 5 conference and you have wins over Michigan at Michigan. I mean at home.
At home.
You went into Miami, a Miami team that's very much improved this year.
They're playing better.
You beat them in Miami.
Right.
The wins you've got in your conference, the only team you hadn't beat yet is Ohio State because you hadn't played them.
Right.
How Michigan State is not ranked second in the country in this committee's poll is amazing to me.
We did
anybody
flip those.
undefeated in a Power 5?
Yeah, I agree.
Should be second.
It'll take care of itself. We did flip those. Now that I think about it, because it is Michigan State 3 and then Oregon 4.
But still,
yeah. But either
the fact
way,
that they're not second,
they're not. They should be second.
Alabama should not be second.
No, and
Alabama,
it's not a good loss.
Alabama lost
A&M
to Texas A&M.
They'd probably still beat them 9 out of 10, but they didn't that night. And they've got
it's a bad loss in Texas A&M.
That's right. If A&M had one loss, I'd say it looks a little
still
bit
a bad
better.
loss.
Yeah, but still, right.
They put them second, and I think that's I think that's why people end up hating the SEC so much.
That's it.
Is I'll be, as an SEC fan, I'll say it.
Yeah.
The national news media has an SEC bias.
They do.
They believe that, and I believe this.
Yeah.
The SEC is the best conference in college football,
and they are, but still,
you
got it. I mean,
Sparty's undefeated in the Big Ten. You got to give Sparty respect and leave them above any team with a loss.
I'm 100% with you. I mean,
the only team Sparty should be below is Georgia.
Georgia, that's right. And I don't know, man. It's just it doesn't make sense, but it will work itself out with the Michigan and Ohio State playing Michigan State, Ohio State
and
playing each other 3 versus 5.
And I know Oregon is ranked 4th, and I know Ohio State's 5th.
Yeah,
I know that. But when you look at the schedules,
yeah,
and I know it's because Oregon won head-to-head, and you can't put a team above them that beat them. I understand why it happened.
Yeah,
Ohio State's the better football team.
They are. They
lost that game early in the season,
and that's the whole confusion on what are they?
Ohio State's a better football team.
Is it most deserving? Is it the best? What are they voting on? I mean,
they're trying. Here's what it is.
The 4 best.
Here's what it is. That committee went in there and goes 4 best, and I bet they wrote it all down. And they go, well, we can't do that. What do you mean? You got Georgia, Alabama, Michigan State, and Ohio State.
Yeah.
You got the Big Ten and the SEC.
Right,
You're leaving everybody else out.
Yeah.
I promise you, somebody in that committee put those 4 teams down. Somebody goes,
yeah.
What about the Pac-12? What about the Big 12? What about the ACC?
Yeah.
You got 2 SEC, two Big Ten.
Yeah.
By the way, if you ask me right now, the 4 best teams in the country, it's Georgia, Michigan State, Alabama, and Ohio State.
They are.
And by the way, somebody goes, well, what about the 6th ranked team in the country?
Cincinnati.
Play a schedule.
Well, but, okay.
Play a schedule.
I'm going to be devil's advocate. Tell me a better win that Alabama has than what Cincinnati has. Going
any
into
SEC victory.
Really? Going into Notre Dame.
Notre Dame was
they
relevant.
Been beat there in 4 years.
Notre Dame was relevant when Lou Holtz was there. Calm down.
All right. Well, they've played tough in that home environment, and I mean that wasn't even a close game. They rolled them.
Let me ask a
question. Okay, so is going into Florida better?
Let me ask a question.
A better win.
Let me ask a question.
Mississippi State.
Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You replaced Notre Dame on that schedule with Ole Miss. Cincinnati beat Ole Miss?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I think they do.
A
lot of people are beating Ole Miss now.
You replace Notre Dame with Kentucky.
They'd beat
nope,
Kentucky.
The athletes on the defense of Kentucky beat Cincinnati.
I don't know, man. I think they need expansion.
You replace Notre Dame.
They need expansion.
You replace Notre Dame with Auburn. Cincinnati beat Auburn? No.
Well, I don't know, man. Alabama hasn't even beat Auburn yet.
But so, you're asking me, name a win Alabama has better than Cincinnati, any SEC win. Except for Vanderbilt. Okay, I'll give you that.
So Florida is a better team than Notre Dame. Okay, really?
Is a better win.
Better win.
100% because it's the SEC.
One's ranked in the top 10 and one's not even
but
sniffing.
one's ranked in the top 10 because it's Notre Dame.
Okay,
not because it's any good.
You know what? A lot of people say Alabama's only 2 because they're Alabama.
Alabama's number 2. Alabama's number 2 because they're Alabama. But Alabama should be 3 or 4.
That's exactly right. But
they should
the
not
Blue
be
Bloods and that's why Cincinnati. I think it's an unfair system.
Of course,
they don't get the benefit of the doubt.
We saw that. We saw that with UCF, right?
I agree.
We saw
exactly.
that.
Same
Here's how you solve that problem. There was a team long before UCF, long before Cincinnati faced the same problem, and they solved it.
Boise State.
No, Boise didn't solve it.
No, okay, you're right. They didn't solve it.
There was one team that solved it. Urban Meyer was the head football coach there. They went undefeated.
Utah.
They had a number 1 draft pick in Alex Smith.
Utah, yeah.
You know how Utah solved the problem? They joined the Pac-12.
Yeah.
They left where they were.
Cincinnati's doing that. They're going to the Big 12.
They have to.
Yeah, they are.
But this year, I'm sorry. And somebody goes, well, what if they go undefeated? Nope.
See that, and
nope.
That's all they can do is control their.
That's all
destiny.
Florida. That's all UCF could do.
Yeah.
Was that UCF team one of the 4 best teams in the country the year they went undefeated?
I don't know if they were number 1. I think they were top 4.
I don't believe they
You
were.
don't believe they were.
And somebody goes,
they beat Auburn.
Somebody goes, they beat Auburn in the bowl game.
Who beat Georgia and Alabama that same year?
By the way, but Auburn was playing for nothing in that bowl game.
I agree.
Because they had 2 losses.
They did. Yeah.
Every time somebody brings up that argument, that non-Power 5 school beat Georgia in the Sugar Bowl because Georgia was pissed they weren't in the national championship
in
match.
Utah in 2018, I think Utah
because Alabama could care less.
You could care less. Yeah. There's nothing for the big schools.
The schools, the Power 5 conferences,
they have all to gain.
It's either the top 4 for a national championship.
Yeah, or bust.
Just extra practices. That's all a bowl game is to a Power 5 school. If you're not in the national championship hunt, all a bowl game is 15 extra practices. Yeah. Period.
Yeah, well,
they can care less about the outcome of the game.
And you're kind of proving my point. I feel like with the expansion, you let Cincinnati. You're telling me right now people go to Cincinnati games and they almost have no hope, no shot. And yet, wouldn't it be great if? Like at least at the end of the year, every game right now would be a playoff game for Cincinnati.
It is, but practicality.
But it's not. They could win it all.
Practicality wise.
Yeah.
Let's say Cincinnati undefeated.
Right.
They came out of the committee ranked 3rd.
Well, I'll say even 4th or something.
Okay,
they're not going to win.
Let's just put them 3rd. Let's put them 3rd. Okay, or 4th, either one. Except for Georgia and Cincinnati fans, or except for Alabama and Cincinnati fans. Who the hell's watching that playoff game?
Oh, in a playoff game, I think anybody would.
No, they're not, because you already know the outcome.
If Alabama starts to walk all over them, but
you already know the outcome.
You're going to watch that first or second quarter.
No, I'm not.
If it's close.
No, I'm not, because I already know Georgia's winning. I already know Alabama's winning.
Yeah. Well, they got to have a shot. I don't know.
UCF
never got a shot.
It's not like basketball where the mid-majors actually have a shot. Because they have seniors going up against freshmen, the one-and-dones and everything.
But
this isn't the same thing.
They get the opportunity in basketball. They don't even get the opportunity. You're proving my point with the UCF. You don't think they should have even had an opportunity?
No,
you don't
because
think Utah
they weren't worthy of being there. They don't play in the Power 5 conference. They don't play the same 5 schools.
No, the brutal
Although
schedule.
I believe Cincinnati gets in this year because I believe Ohio State, Michigan State work each other out. And I believe Alabama, Georgia. I believe Georgia's going to beat Alabama in the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
If Alabama gets by Auburn. If they get by Auburn.
That's right.
So I don't think Alabama gets in this year. I think Alabama's going to fall out of the top 4.
Yeah.
And I think Michigan State's going to fall out of the top 4. And then I think it'll be Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, and Cincinnati. Yeah.
That'd be fine with me.
I think it'll happen. Hey, Kevin, thanks for being here, buddy.
All right, man. Thank you.
See you next week. Thanks for listening all week. We'll see you next Monday right here on WOCA, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
As the Democrats are trying to push through their partisan social spending bill, Republicans are attempting to adjourn for the day. As nobody knows what's in the social spending bill or its impact on inflation, Republican Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy was on Fox News early Friday morning, urging Americans to call their leaders and tell them to slow down until more can be digested of what's in the partisan bill.
And my fear is it's back to what Speaker Pelosi said in the past. You have to pass the bill to know what's in it. And that's why we need everybody to call the Democratic members, to tell them to slow this down. Let people know what's in it, because what's in it is amnesty for 10 million illegals. You've got 87,000 new IRS agents to target you. If you make $28 a day or spend it, they're coming after you. It raises our taxes, and it really makes it America uncompetitive. China wins in this bill.
We'll let you know what happens on this Friday. We are USA Radio News.
There's a lot of confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, with guidelines and regulations changing by the week. One thing is certain, you need an accurate thermometer for your family to check for fever, the leading sign of flu and COVID. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They have no scientific studies behind them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature.
Just in time for Christmas, Mike Lindell has dropped the price of the standard classic MyPillow, regularly $69.98 to $19.98. Now, queen and king size slightly higher, but that price includes a free press and pack bag so you can take your MyPillow with you anywhere. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener square, use my promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175. Support Mike Lindell and American Jobs and give MyPillow for Christmas.
As many news outlets have called the New Jersey governor's race from Tuesday, the Republican candidate says hold the phone. Not all votes have been counted yet in the very close election.
Republican candidate for New Jersey Governor Jack Ciattarelli is responding to media reports calling the election for Governor Phil Murphy.
Currently, Governor Murphy and I are separated by about 1% after 2.4 million ballots counted. There are still tens of thousands of vote by mail and provisional ballots yet to be counted. No one should be declaring victory or conceding the election until every legal vote is counted.
Ciattarelli posting that video on Twitter Thursday, and also his campaign putting out a fundraising appeal asking for money. From the USA Radio News Phoenix Bureau, I'm Tim Berg.
A contract between the Biden administration and Emergent Biosolutions, a vaccine contractor who has struggled with production failures during the pandemic, has been canceled. The contract was worth $600 million. USA Radio News.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
On Tuesday's elections in New Jersey, the number 2 Democrat and Senate President Steve Sweeney was defeated by Republican truck driver Ed Durr. He tells Fox News the victory was not his doing, but the people of New Jersey were voting loud and clear in the Democrat stronghold.
I believe it needed to be done. We have been ignored, and the voice of the people was heard. This was clearly a repudiation on Governor Murphy when all across this state, people were elected. It wasn't just myself. And it wasn't done by me, it was done by the people. I didn't unseat him. He unseated himself by his lack of doing his job. He chose not to stand up to Governor Murphy, and the people were not going to accept that. So they decided, if you don't want to do your job, we're going to take your job away from you. Well, I can't speak on the Democratic group, but I can say that it was a clear message that when people come out and vote, their voices can be heard, and that's all I ask people to do is come out and vote. I just want to make New Jersey more affordable, make it a better place for everybody to live in, for families, because ultimately it's become one of the most exodus states in the country, and separation of your families is just ridiculous because my kids are here, my grandkids are here, and I just want to be able to live my life and enjoy things.
Lance Pry, USA Radio News.
Attention WOCA listeners. Do you or someone you know have an outgoing personality with great organizational skills? Well, WOCA is looking for a few good people to join our marketing reps team. You get to meet other great people and business leaders in our community. WOCA Radio offers flexible schedules, great income potential, and some really great fringe benefits too. So if you enjoy talking to people and getting paid to do it, this may be the right choice for you. Apply within or send your resumes to careers@WOCA.com.
Buying and selling? Then you know about ocalaforsale.com.